Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Mark, and in this video I wanted to talk about something that we discussed last night in the monthly group coaching session at soulintegrationcoach.com. So we were talking about how we notice maybe an animal, a type of animal, or a bird, in this case a bird, comes in frequently and just hangs around. Okay, I mean that's a great example of this. This is what we were talking about. I've had situations where a hawk would come and land on my fence outside and just kind of stare at me. Would come repeatedly. I know I've mentioned that in videos. Last night we were talking about owls, an owl or owls appearing, and just kind of out of nowhere. You really haven't had any experience of this, and then all of a sudden they start to appear and we get a feeling or a sense that they're trying to tell us something, that there's some communication there. So with that, what we do is, we decide or we think about, how do we communicate? How do we get in touch with these beings? What are they? Is there a message? What are they trying to tell us? And oftentimes we'll run off and we'll look online, right? What does an owl mean? What does a hawk's presence mean if I keep seeing a specific type of a bird or a specific type of an animal? I know a lot of people experience butterflies repeatedly, grasshoppers, things like that. So what does it really mean? Well, our mind wants to grab a hold of this and try to assign a meaning to it. And that gets us heading down a path of, well, if there's a message here and this animal, this bird, whatever it may be, is trying to tell me something, how do I go about listening for it? How do I communicate with it? And that heads us right straight into resistance. Every time the mind tries to create a process of doing something, we are moving off of alignment. We are no longer aligned with our soul. We are in our mind. And we think we're missing something. We see this owl as an example that keeps coming around, and yet we get increasingly frustrated because we can't figure out what the heck it's doing here. What does it want? But yet we know, something deep within us knows that it has a message for us, right? What these beings, whether it be an owl, a hawk, or anything, is bringing to our awareness is that we are being guided inside. Okay, so this is a representation, a physical manifestation of an experience that we are being shown so that we could be reminded that we need to go inside. Now, what does this mean, go inside? Well, this means instead of looking at this physical manifestation of this energy in this animal that keeps coming around, we have a frequency, our DNA within us is being activated and being woken up. And this physical representation, it's a representation of that very thing. Okay, so we want to become present with this feeling. We want to just sit with this feeling and know that we are seeing the manifestation of a frequency that is alivening within our body, within our DNA. Okay, so we use this synchronicity, these sightings, as a guide to go inside. So we go inside and we sit. We pull that in with us. We pull that feeling in with us. Not that we are looking or seeking or lacking anything, such as a message, that we are going to go inside and we are going to sit with this presence, and we are going to focus, and we are going to create space and hold the frequency of the beauty that we see in this particular manifestation, the bird, for example. And we align with that. Now, if this bird is singing or in any other way making a sound or communicating, whatever it may be, we focus in on that, we bring that in as well, and we just sit with it and we appreciate it and hold it in that frequency of gratitude and allow that space to be. Okay, because as we create space with these frequencies, by following this guidance inside, we are allowing energy to start to move through us. And this is higher frequency energy that it's starting to move through us. So when this happens, We are making our consciousness available, our awareness available to start to receive information. Now, it's key that we do this without expectations because, again, when we run off to the internet, we start looking up what these sightings mean, these particular animals or whatever. It gets the mind involved and it instantly creates expectations. So we want to just go in and we want to sit with the presence, and we want to just hold the fact that we are sitting with this energy that we are seeing, this reflection of us. We are holding these frequencies. We are feeling the beauty in the song, if it's a bird that's singing, or in the visual, the beauty of its physical presence that it brings. We are sitting with this. We are quieting our mind. We are leading our mind inside to where our consciousness is, right? We're bringing it in and merging it with our consciousness. We're holding the space, and we are simply just allowing ourselves to be. And when we do that, we create a situation, an environment within ourselves, which allows subtle messages to start to flow through. So we become more aware of the energy that is passing through us and what is bubbling up into our consciousness. And we take it at that with no expectations. This is very often how we start to receive these signs from the universe that communication is awaiting, that we are ready to start communicating with the higher realms. For example, owls often represent our soul family, our star family, ETs, and communication and that kind of thing. I know I had owls around my home a lot when I first started communicating with my star family and my Pleiadian guide. I would see, I'd hear them, I would see them, they were around. And when we go inside and we sit with that and we just let it be and we feel these frequencies, that opens us up to these subtleties. So, and then we trust what comes. And as we continue to do that, we entrain our frequency to match their frequency. And as that happens, communication starts to open up. Okay, so oftentimes we need an external event to snap us out of that conditioned day-to-day habitual living that we go through on a day-to-day basis, right? Our daily lives, whatever. We start to notice things out of the ordinary, and the key with that point is that's a reminder for us to go inside and do the work, because we are ready to step into a new version of ourselves, an expanded version of ourselves. So when you notice these things start to happen, take these messages and these synchronicities to heart. Pull them inside. Sit with them. Acknowledge that, hey, I got it. I got the message. I'm going to sit with this in appreciation and gratitude and breathe and love into it. And I'm going to simply allow the space within me to expand, allow more of my soul's energy to flow through me, and I am going to make myself available to be acutely aware of the subtle feelings, emotions, and communications that start to bubble up through me into my awareness. And as you do that, you will start to grow that element of communication and that element of intuition. And you are going to start to align with frequencies that reside in the higher realms. Okay, your soul family, the star beings, that kind of those kind of energies. So this is the path. I have been through this, and again, this is something we talked about in the group coaching session last night. It's a wonderful thing to experience. You have to do it with an element of wonder, an element of just childish excitement, and sit and hold these frequencies and watch what happens. If you guys have experienced this, I would love to hear from you. Leave a comment below. If you haven't, if you've been off in the mind trying to, look for maybe an answer to something you saw or a visit from something you went to the internet to try to explain it away, try what I'm saying. Dive inside with and hold on to that synchronicity, hold on to that. If it's an animal that came, hold on to their presence, create that space, sit with that image of them, sit with the sounds, the songs, the beautiful songs that they make, and just allow that to grow within you. And I think you're going to be amazed at how quickly you're going to start to pick up with subtle messages and align more with your intuition. So if you guys have not already, please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. And hit that notification bell. You'll be notified the next time I release a video. So thank you so much for stopping by. Until next time, love and light, guys.